Detroit done through and three. Welcome back. Steve here, flying solo. The reason I'm flying solo is it's kind of just a weird time. Today is the eve of the NFL draft. I'm getting ready to leave up and head up to Detroit. Will's doing the same, getting some stuff ready. And then we get some breaking news today about Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell signing some absolutely monster contracts. Roughly, the averages come out to about $28 million each per player. Penei Sewell getting $88 million guaranteed. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 77. Look, Brad Holmes is standing on business. This is what he said he was going to do. He's going to keep the core together. He's going to keep the band intact. He's running it back, going to add some pieces, but he wants to keep the core together. This is the core. Penei Sewell was the first draft pick of Brad Holmes. Like, this is a guy that was Brad Holmes' first home run. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a couple rounds later, Brad Holmes' second home run, 2021 draft class. Like, these guys are getting paid. They deserve their money. I've seen some stuff on Twitter with some people complaining about the price tag. Look, guys, this is the price of business. Team went to the NFC Championship game last year. You want to go backwards and not pay these guys and let them walk? Because I'll tell you right now, there's teams out there that would love to have St. Brown, Penei Sewell. They would pay them a lot more than what we did just to get them into the building to talk. It's a very, very good day. I am ecstatic. I'm thrilled. It's the eve of the draft. We've already got Detroit Lions news. I'm on cloud nine. We're keeping the guys together. Jared Goff, I wonder what's going to happen. Are we going to get his contract in the next hour? If he does, I'm probably not going to be able to talk about it until Friday morning when I'm with Will. Like I said, we're packing up, get ready to hit the road, head up to Detroit for the weekend. But I couldn't. I had all my stuff packed up. I had my laptop packed up, my camera, everything I need to do this show was packed up. I had to unpack it, get on here. That's how excited I was, guys. This is a phenomenal beginning to the weekend. Like I said, saw some stuff on Twitter saying that we overpaid for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And what came to my mind was, first of all, idiot. Second of all, it reminds me, first thing I thought of when I see people complaining is, everyone was very upset when the Detroit Lions signed Matthew Stafford to that monster contract. And I can't even remember the numbers, guys. I don't have any notes in front of me. I'm really just going off the fly here. But everyone was kind of freaking out a few years ago when the Lions re-signed Matthew Stafford, and the title was he was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. That lasted for about 1 year when other quarterbacks started getting their deals. I remember like Aaron Rodgers was in that category. I can't remember who else off the top of my head, but it only lasted for a minute, guys. It's the same thing with St. Brown. Listen, CeeDee Lamb's going to go out and get his contract. Jamar Chase is going to go out and get his contract. Our division rival, Justin Jefferson's going to go out and get his contract. It's going to be higher than St. Brown. What he did was set the market. First to the plate is the first to eat. St. Brown got his deal. It's a very good deal. And this time next year, he probably will not have that title of highest paid wide receiver. If that doesn't make you guys feel better, if that's like something that's keeping you back from being absolutely ecstatic today, like me, I don't know. I'm not trying to calm you down. I'm just trying to put a little perspective on it. But this is a fantastic start to my weekend. I talked to Will on the phone. He called me. We talked about it. Like I said, he's running some errands, getting ready to head up to downtown Detroit. So he is not able to get on. I said, Will, I got to unpack. I got to get on here. But I did talk to him. We were talking about these future contracts of other wide receivers. He's ecstatic. We're all happy. This is what Brad Holmes said was going to be done. Like I told you guys, he's keeping the core together. Now, the only piece left that's coming up that we need to get re-signed is Jared Goff. I don't know if that's going to happen as I'm recording this episode. I don't know. I've got my phone uploaded and ready to go. If it starts ringing off the hook like it has been all day, I'll know that something's going on with Jared Goff next. But I don't think anything's going to happen with that today or even this weekend. I think we'll get into the summer and that deal will get done. But Amon-Ra St. Brown deserves every dollar that he got. I'm just going to start with him. Look, I've said for the last couple of years, this guy is the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL. And I think it took this season with the Lions being successful to get him the spotlight nationally that he deserves and the Detroit Lions deserve for him to get this contract. It's very well deserving. So like I said, when these other receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson get their contract, Tyreek Hill, maybe I don't know what his contract's looking like when it expires. When all these guys re-sign, Amon-Ra's going to be in that top five. He's a top five receiver. He's a go-to guy. He had a career year this past season. Even Jared Goff, was tweeting out stuff and texting coaches saying, hey, Amon-Ra St. Brown breakout year this year. And he was right. He did. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a phenomenal season. Deserves every penny he got. $28 million. That's exactly the ballpark that we've been talking about all summer when this started getting leaked a couple months ago that a deal was being talked about. This was the exact number that was floating around between $28 million that ended up being 28. Fine with me. I don't care. It's not my money. It's not coming out of my pocket. At the end of the day, I trust Brad Holmes to manage the salary cap and keep everything going, set us up for sustained success. That is the most important thing. Sustained success. I don't want to have a window of just 2 or 3 years. I want the Lions to be in conversations and playing good, high quality football I would prefer the rest of my life. But, like the next 15 years is something that I'd really like to see the Detroit Lions to just be competitive and just keep things going. Good contracts. Don't get yourself in bad deals. Bad contracts in the NFL can absolutely cripple you. We're talking about 2 young guys, St. Brown and Sewell, going onto their second deal, getting a very, very nice pay raise to keep them in town. Penei Sewell, I'll talk about him for a second as well. The heart and soul of the team. My absolute favorite part of being a Lions season ticket holder and being at every single game is when the boys come out and they're warming up, doing their stretches, doing their drills, whatever, before they go back into the locker room, Penei Sewell gathers every run around him. Hey, I'm going to get these boys wound up. He does that pep talk. I don't know what's being said when I'm at the game, but I get on Twitter and it's uploaded like the next day. And man, it gives me chills. He's the vocal point of this team, the heart and soul, the anchor, best tackle in the league. He deserves to get paid like the best tackle in the league. End of story. Like, I'm not even going to argue with anyone who says otherwise. And we can have the conversation where, if Taylor Decker decides to retire, he's getting up there in age. He's been battling some injuries. I know he had that offseason ankle operation done. When that time comes and Taylor Decker hangs him up, I think Penei slides over to left tackle easily. No problem. He's got that athleticism in it. He did it as a rookie. When I believe Taylor Decker had, it was something with his hand. I can't remember if he had like a thumb operation or if it was on the hand itself, but he had to miss a couple weeks, and Penei Sewell slid over there. I believe it was against the 49ers and had to go against Nick Bosa as his NFL opening game welcome party. Like, that's a tough task. And he held his own against Nick Bosa. And I remember that game very well. Bosa even said something, that guy's for real, talking about Penei Sewell, like he's going to be one of the good ones. So people knew day one, Penei Sewell was not, a player to be messed with. Like, that guy's coming to the league and he's going to turn some heads, and he deserves his $28 million. Also, congrats on the baby. I know he just had a baby, I think a couple days, maybe a couple weeks ago. I remember seeing on Twitter. So this guy's, he's got it all going for him right now. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for St. Brown. I'm not going to make this an overly long episode, guys. Like I said, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell getting their paydays that they deserve, $28 million each. $88 million guaranteed for Penei, $77 guaranteed for St. Brown. It's a good day in Detroit. Now we got the draft coming up. We're going to get into that. Stephen will be back probably Friday morning. We're going to do a little recap of whatever happens in round 1. If the Lions make a pick, if they move back, if they trade up, we don't know, but we will talk about it Friday morning, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're new, stick around, subscribe. We'll be back later with another show.